When we live in a relationship, when we live with somebody as a family, when we work with other people, there's always going to be conflicts. And by conflict, I mean one person wants this, another person wants this. So we frame it as a fight between the two. We frame it as somebody has to win, somebody has to lose. So, how do we navigate this situation with more wisdom? The important thing is when we look at it as a fight, then how can we not have a winner and a loser? And when it is a fight, how can the loser not feel bad? So, when it's framed as a fight, how are you not going to try your best to win? So, it's the perspective that looks at the situation as a fight that really motivates a lot of the struggles. So, how do we not look at things from a struggling kind of a way? Well, we have to look at the bigger picture of what the relationship is to us. So, for example, if I have a different opinion from my coworker, this is something that happened in my past, right? I thought technology framework A was the best option to go. My coworker thought B was the best option to go. And at the time, I wasn't wise enough. I insisted that I have to be right. And I understand your concerns, but you're just wrong about that. But the thing is, I still have to work with that person, right? Regardless of whose decision it is, I have to work with that person. So, is it wise for me when the purpose of the relationship is to work together to put down the other person? No. It's actually more wise for me to pick the solution that will make it easiest to collaborate together. That's the whole point. It's not to make the best technical choice, right? But that changes a little bit when I am the boss and I have an employee. So, the context of our relationship, is it to be friends? It would be nice if our bosses and us we got along, but the thing is, in terms of the working relationship, the purpose of my role is to set the leadership, right? So in that case, it's okay for me to set the technical choice, set the technical direction, and they have to comply. And my role, my job is to make that smooth for the other person. If we are a roommate, what's the purpose of a context of a roommate? To facilitate living together, right? So what kind of a choice do I need to make? What kind of a strategy in terms of conversations do I need to have? What methodology will help us live together the most? And oftentimes, for that bigger cause, I have to yield some things. When you keep that in mind, a lot of the interpersonal, conflicts they're just gonna melt away because you're focused on the bigger picture.